Welcome to Section 3 of our Bing Ads video training, Creating Ad Campaigns Step by Step. In this section, we'll talk about visits to my website, visits to my business location, conversions on my website, and phone calls to my business. We hope you enjoy and get the most out of this training section. Visits to my website. In this video, you'll learn how to create campaigns that will drive traffic from the Bing network to your website through Bing Ads. This is a good starting point because getting as many website visits as possible is the ultimate goal of most online marketers. Let's quit the chit-chat and get to work. Getting started. The first step is to sign into your Bing Ads account. Once there, simply click on the Campaigns tab, locate the Create Campaign button, and hit it. Each time that you access the Create Campaign section, you'll be presented with an item box titled, "What's the goal of this campaign?" This is where you'll select the type of campaign that you'll create each time. This time around, we'll guide you through a Visits to My Website campaign setup. Let's click on the corresponding button, which is the top option. Now, let's take a detailed look at each step of the campaign creation process. Campaign settings. Here's where you'll enter the basic configuration of your campaign. Start by giving a name to your campaign in the campaign name field. Next, you have to set up your campaign budget. This is how much you are willing to spend on your campaign over a period of time. You can set up individual budget options for each campaign or apply a budget from your shared library. If you ever decide to set up a specific budget configuration to use across multiple campaigns, for the purposes of this video, you'll learn how to set up individual budgets for each campaign, which is a simple setup that will greatly depend on your own budget. By default, your budget will be set up as $20 to spend daily on your campaign. Click on Daily Budget options below to decide whether you want to spend your budget evenly through the day by checking Standard, or spend your budget as quickly as possible by checking Accelerated. In language, you'll have to select the language of the pages where you want your ads to appear. This will depend on the demographics and regions that you'll target. Be careful with this selection because you won't be able to modify it later. In Where do you want your ads to appear, you can select if you want your ads to appear exclusively throughout your region based on the default region in your Microsoft account configuration, or in all available countries and regions. You can also choose specific target regions by checking the Let me choose specific locations option. Lastly, you can select who should see your ads. You can select to show your ads only to people in your targeted locations or to people searching or viewing pages about your targeted locations. You can also select even distribution by checking both options. Now, click on Save and continue to the next step. Ad groups and keywords. In this section, you'll be creating your ad groups and your target keywords for this campaign. Before getting started here, you need to understand that ad groups are created to host specific ads. Having different ad groups is great when you want to try different things with different ads. For example, you can use different ad copies and images to target users using different keywords. That is why you can target different keywords within each ad group that you create. Now, let's get started. First, you'll need to enter your business website or the landing page that you'll be using within this ad group. You can check the My Website is Not Ready box if you don't have either one, but we advise you to get one quickly if that's the case. Now, name your ad group in Ad Group Name, and start entering your keywords in the field below. You can arrange your keywords by separating them with commas, or by hitting the Enter key to arrange them on separate text lines. You can always get keyword suggestions automatically on your right when you enter your website URL and the name of your products or services in the respective fields. You can create new ad groups with the Add New Ad Group button at the bottom. When you're done creating your ad groups, click on Save and go to the next step. Ads and ad extensions. In this section, you'll be creating ads for each ad group and adding extensions to them. It is easy, and you'll only have to click on Create Ad to get started. First, you need to select your ad type. You can select between standard text ads and expanded text ads. We recommend you go with expanded text ads in case you need to add more info to your ads. In the final URL field, enter the website address to which your ad will redirect your customers. Then enter the ad title, which can be divided into two parts if needed, or if it happens to be too long for one field. Expanded text ads will allow you to define a URL path, which is nothing but a friendlier version of your final URL to show your customers. Using a path is useful in cases where your URL is too long and confusing. The path fields will allow you to enter up to 2 URL alternative paths to show on your ads. Instead of showing a long string of alphanumeric characters, you can show your web address plus 2 paths defining the part of the page where you are taking your customers. Paths are mostly used when you are taking people to a section of your website other than the home page, because those URLs tend to be long and confusing. In the Ad Text field, you can enter a description or phrase to give information about your ad to your customers. Lastly, you can enter a mobile URL in case that you need to use one, and you can preview your ad as a last step on the right side of this panel. When you're done creating an ad, you can hit Save to go back and finalize this step, or click on Save and create another to add a new ad to the same ad group or to a different one within the same campaign. Now that your ad has been created, you can add extensions to it. Ad extensions are the defining aspect of each campaign because they are what fulfills the final advertising goal. Throughout the remaining videos, you'll notice that most steps in the campaign creation process follow a constant path with the exception of the part where you have to add the ad extensions. Ad extensions are pieces of information that you'll need to include in your ad when you want to reach an advertising goal. That is the reason why they are predefined in the Campaign tab, to make it easier for you to decide how to reach your customers without forcing you to sort through all the options and getting confused. The advertising goal of this campaign is to increase the visits to your website. Therefore, the ad extensions available are designed to entice people, get them to click on your ad, and get them to your website. The site link extensions, for example, can show specific subpages within your website that can be valuable to certain people, right into your ad, which will work as an invitation. Callout extensions will allow you to insert a call to action of sorts, so you don't have to use the rest of your valuable ad space on it. We will teach you how to use these ad extensions like a pro in a following video, so let's click on Save and go to the next step to continue. Budgets and bids. In this section, you'll be able to further manage your budget. Also, here is where you'll be adjusting your bids. In Campaign Budget, you'll be able to run the same budget configuration featured in the first step. So if you have changed your mind about your daily budget, you can make amendments here. In Bid Strategy, you'll have 2 options to manage your bids. The first one is by manual CPC, which will allow you to set a fixed amount to spend on each bid manually. The second option, Enhanced CPC, will adjust bids automatically in your favor, so you can get more conversions by letting the system outbid your competition. In the Ad Group Bid section, you'll be able to see a forecast of performance in accordance to your bids, including the estimated number of clicks your ads will get, estimated monthly impressions, your estimated monthly spending, and your estimated average position. You'll also have access to the additional advanced campaign settings below. In targeting, you'll be able to adjust your bids according to location, schedule your ads by setting a start and an end date, and program your ads to show only on certain days and times of the day. Lastly, you can also adjust your bids according to the type of device where your ads are served. A final option will allow you to manage how you want to distribute your ads across search networks in ad distribution. When you are done with this final step, simply click on Save to continue. Congratulations! Now your newly created campaign is ready to run. You can see it and manage it from the Campaigns tab.